Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. Greetings. Episode 201, Patreon exclusive. We starting on a new chapter. We're entering the 200s now. We just had our first ever Seamless Style episode shot live. I would have to say, if I were to rank the 200th episode, shooting it live, my ranking would be based on chat interaction. My ranking would be based on the concept of the episode, and my ranking would be just based on how smooth everything went. I would have to rank it a 9. I'm the type of person that I don't believe that anything is perfect or anyone is perfect. If those first few minutes of the episode, which I say few minutes, but I think actually it may have been about 15 minutes where I was trying to shoot in landscape and I should have had the phone in portrait. With the live, you're only able to film in portrait apparently. So those first 15 minutes, it was for you, the viewer, the phone was turned funny. And I finally saw it in the chat where somebody was asking, hey, is it just me that's got a crooked viewpoint or whatever the case may be? So we fixed that issue, kept it moving, didn't make a big deal about it then, but me being who I am, I toiled over it for a while, and then I just was like, you know what? It's no different than episode 1 of Seamless Style, in my opinion. At some point in time, I got comfortable just realizing that I'm just talking, right? Whether it's I'm talking to one person or 5,000 people or 50,000 people. It's just a conversation. It's no different from when I used to rap. It's just a conversation, right? So that first episode, you can kind of hear how I was a little robotic and trying to be a certain way, and it kind of wasn't me in the long, it really wasn't me. Now, we're here. We are where we are. So I kind of look at episode 200 as that. It was a great piece of content. Just had a minor hiccup at the beginning, and we'll know next time. So the next live we do, we'll know better next time, because there absolutely will be another live. Now, do I want to commit to a certain number of lives that I'm going to do over the course of a season or over the course of a year? Absolutely not. I'm not committing to that. I may end up going live 4 times in September, or I may not go live till sometime during the holidays. The only thing I can guarantee you is that at some point in time during the holidays, I will go live again. All right. Now that could be the next time I go live. Again, it might be the 3rd, 2nd, or 4th time I go live. I will go live for one of the holiday editions. All right. I definitely will do that. Just because I think that's a great time to do it. That's one of the most important times of the year as far as how we look, how we feel about ourselves going into a new year. All of that matters. The holiday season is a perfect time of year to reflect on what we may have accomplished, what setbacks we had, things we want to accomplish moving forward into the new year. The holiday season is perfect time for that. And It's also just a great time for fellowship and getting dressed. It's a great time to get dressed. All right. So definitely, I'm definitely happy about the live. I hope that if you were actually there, you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to bring to you something a little different from Seamless Style, and I hope you appreciated it. If you do have any suggestions for improvement, as far as the lives go, feel free to comment. You are a Patreon member, so your opinion and your voice matters. All right. Now, episode 201. Episode 201 is going to focus on us gentlemen getting on the boat. All right. Now, whether the boat is a yacht, whether it's a super yacht, whether it's a pontoon, any of those type of nautical vehicles that cater to a relaxed, luxurious lifestyle, that's what we're focused on. All right. So we're not talking about speedboats. We're not talking about jet skis. We're not talking about anything like that. All right. We're talking about getting on the boat, relaxing, a drink, lunch, brunch, dinner, anything that nature. I don't even necessarily feel like we're gonna be focused on like being on a cruise. Now, these ensembles you could wear on a cruise, but I just kind of feel like, even though I've never been on a cruise, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't particularly interest me like that. But even though I've never been on a cruise, I more so look at the cruise ship and the apparel as more super laid back. All right. You still, being Ralph Lauren guys, you may still want to tap into your Ralph Lauren aesthetic. But I think a yacht, a super yacht, a pontoon party, something of that nature is a little more intimate, a little more sophisticated than a cruise ship. All right. So we're gonna focus on the sophisticated side of maritime. We're gonna focus on the sophisticated side of being on the boat. Okay. So 3 rigs plus the ensemble I'm wearing. All right. The ensemble I'm wearing. You can start with the footwear. I broke out the espadrilles, nautical espadrilles, navy and white stripe. All right. Simple yet straight to the point. Nautical influences with the striping and the color palette. All right. Obviously, no socks, shorts, 7-inch inseam GTA shorts, French navy with Kelly green all over whales. All right. Kelly green all over whales for a beautiful nautical look. Our sweater is a shawl collar sweater, medium weight, has breathability as far as the fabric. Okay, so it is 100% cotton, but you can definitely feel if it's a nice breeze, you can definitely feel the breeze through here. Now the colors and any motif that's on here is all screams nautical. All right, we have sun yellow striping, we have Ralph red striping, we have Kelly green striping at the ribbed waist. We have a 12-meter yacht patch on our left sleeve here. All right, we have a toggle enclosure on the neck. We have yellow striping around our shawl collar. So it's just a perfect nautical sweater. It's perfect for getting on one of our selected boats where there's some speed, not a lot, but we get a nice little breeze. All right, so it's perfect for that. Finished the look off with Enzuri beaded bracelet and 2 Ralph Lauren bracelets, a Polo Blue Label navy and white rope bracelet with an anchor closure, and a Rugby Ralph Lauren navy bracelet. All right, wood grain watch, and a nautical motif inspired bucket cap. All right, perfect for, again, being on a boat. It just lends itself perfectly to the nautical apparel, to the nautical theme. And again, like I said, it's got nautical inspirations all over the outside of the deck wash white bucket cap. All right, that is my look. Now, fragrance of the ensemble is also fragrance of the episode. Any of Polo Blues will work for this episode. Any and all of the Polo Blues will work up for this episode. I went with my big ball of the original Polo Blue. One, because just having that original Polo Blue fragrance for me was what put me over the top. And then just the logo, the Polo Bear with the nautical motif, the nautical apparel that he has on, I just felt like was perfect for this episode. Okay, so fragrance of the ensemble, fragrance for the episode is Polo Blue. Where the hell is the damn, what you call it? I think that's it. Hold on. Yep. And it's just, again, like I said, it's a perfect fragrance for the entire episode. All right, so without any further ado, man, y'all ready? Me too. Man, let's go. Now, for our first look definitely lends itself more to a pontoon ride, right? You could definitely do up here at Lake Norman in Charlotte. Well, it's actually Lake Norman is the city. But at Lake Norman, there's a spot called Queen's Landing. It has the Lady of the Lake, which is a modern super yacht, and it has the Catawba Queen. Catawba is the name of the county, and then it's the Queen. The Catawba Queen is a giant riverboat. Okay. These particular beauties, during these months, they have lunch and dinner cruises. They're about two to 2.5 hour cruises over Lake Norman particular path. But you book a lunch or dinner cruise, and obviously you're able to eat lunch and or dinner that they serve, and it's pretty decent food, to be honest. But you're able to eat lunch and or dinner during this cruise, and then of course just enjoy being on the lake for a few hours. All right, this ensemble, I think, works perfectly for, again, a pontoon, just out for the day type of vibe. It could also, if you're just set on, hey man, I just want to relax, chill, be as comfortable as I possibly can as far as my apparel, then this could also work on that lunch or dinner cruise. All right. Again, we're featuring GT8 shorts in this look. We're actually featuring the fraternal twin of these shorts that I'm wearing. All right. But we can start at the bottom. Like I said, it's a basic look, right? But it definitely lets people know you're him, you're that guy, because it definitely is a textbook Ralph Lauren print ad look. It definitely is for spring and summer. All right. Start at the bottom. Brown leather boat shoes. I just went with the brown leather boat shoes because I did want to give the ensemble a little bit more of a preppy feel to it. So I just felt like the brown leather over a colored leather or a tan snuff boat shoe or any other boat shoe that I own. I just felt like the brown leather was subtle enough and preppy and more preppy for the look that I wanted. All right. No socks with this look, just simple brown leather boat shoes. All right. Now, as we scroll up, you see this pair of GTH shorts, Kelly green with navy whales all over. All right, now these particular shorts, really quick, are I want to say they're either a 38 waist or a 40 waist, which is too big for me. So they have been and still are for sale. All right, so if anybody wants them, make me a reasonable offer and you can get them and I'll ship them to you. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just, I don't see a point in getting them tailored when I know I can find another pair in my 34, 35 ideal waist. All right, scroll up. We have a Polo Ralph Lauren marine t-shirt here. All right, a rustic Kelly green. All right, even has a few spots on it in white. That's how the shirt came brand new. Okay, but just a beautiful, subtle but beautiful marine motif here with a giant sperm whale, an anchor, the trademark established 1967, a skipper at the top. Just a lot of nice little details to this t-shirt. Now over the t-shirt, we have this shirt here. Now this shirt is like a hemp. Okay, it's a hemp material, so it gives you a chambray look, but it's actually a tad bit lighter in weight than chambray. All right, and the fabric is a little more breathable than chambray, so as far as a breeze, you'll get a breeze to come through this shirt a lot easier than you would a chambray. So a chambray look, but a more suitable long sleeve outerwear shirt to snazzy up this look and still keep you, from, you're not going to get too warm with this look on. All right, finish the look off with the college green, a rustic college green cap, dad cap here with East Hampton RL and Company on the front, with another sperm whale in red, a nice simple patch on the front, but just has a beautiful marine motif that matches everything else that we got going on as far as our whale motif. All right, so this entire look just says, oh, this guy gets it. Nautical look, nautical feel. Again, it's a perfect look for if you're on the water on some type of pontoon or just some type of small boat, just relaxing, man, enjoying a cigar, enjoying a pipe, listening to some good music, having conversation. It's just you and 3, 4, 5, maybe other people. If it's something a little more than that, then, like I said, a nice brunch, lunch, or dinner cruise on a lake, you can get away with this look. For me, I probably would not do it for the lunch or dinner cruise. I probably do something a little bit more, just a little bit. But if you just dead set on, you know what, I'm just chilling, blah, 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 this still will work for that particular atmosphere and you won't feel underdressed, right? You'll still feel appropriately dressed to be on the water, just enjoying and getting the most out of the most that you can out of these hot summer months. Now, on our first rig, I explained to you that it works for a casual, intimate setting with friends, etc., pontoon, some type of boat like that. And if you were dead set on, I just want to be super casual, you could actually do lunch, brunch, dinner cruise on some type of big yacht. If that's what you choose to do, it'll work. And I also said to you that I personally would not do that with rig 1 as far as the lunch, dinner cruise, right? This is what I would do for a brunch, lunch, or dinner cruise on a super yacht or on the Catawba Queen, which is a giant riverboat. This is the ensemble I would wear for that specific type of environment. All right. If I'm on a luxury yacht, right, and there is no dress code that's being enforced or that was announced ahead, like if it's not a business luncheon or a business party cruise where I'm expected to still wear a suit and tie, then this would be the route I would go. All right. This would be the route I would go. Now, for some, depending on your business, the color, it might be too much as far as pops of color, right? But I can guarantee you one thing. You're not going to lose the promotion because you had pops of color, all right? Will it help you gain the promotion? Maybe. Because that higher up may say, you know what? After having a conversation with Parker on the yacht, at the yacht party, and the main reason I had a conversation was the pants that he had on was a conversation starter. He might be the right guy for the job. Weirder things have happened, right? So I think just with this ensemble and your confidence, right? Even if the super yacht gathering is expected to be subtle and subdued as far as apparel, they're not saying you got to wear a suit. You can wear your weekend clothes or whatever, but they kind of expecting that to just be a plain pair of khakis, a nice button up or a nice polo. You could even do a pink polo or something and sweater. You know, you can do this right here. And if your confidence is, that, then you still probably going to accomplish everything you need to accomplish, right? But if none of that is on the table, it's just a super yacht gathering, again, brunch, lunch, or dinner cruise, or somebody you know, or somebody you know that knows somebody you know, or somebody you're trying to get to know, whatever the case may be, whatever finds you on this yacht or super yacht, this ensemble is the one I'm going to lean to more than any other ensemble in this episode because it screams nautical at several areas in the ensemble, right? It's a step above casual, right? It might be 2 steps above casual, and you'll see why. Might be 2 steps above casual, all right? And again, it's a conversation starter, right? You're not clownish. Colors are popping, right? But you're nowhere near clownish, all right? It fits the aesthetic for being on a boat, in the summer, all right? For being on a boat in the summer during the weekend, enjoying your life, right? Let's start at the bottom, because the bottom, in my opinion, is what's going to separate you from the pack. The bottom is what's going to separate you from the pack. All right. Collar slippers. All right. The nautical collar slippers. Now I'm saying collars because these slippers, I've had these slippers about 5 or 6 years. They recently came out with a Paxton version. All right. Paxton is Polo Blue label. All right. So I'll be honest, I was a little bit disappointed in that because the Collis needlepoint slippers here that you see were kind of rare, right? And then you just kind of diluting the rarity of the Collis ones by bringing out the Paxtons. To me, you kind of took away all of the rarity that I had with these, all right? But I digest. Collis needlepoint slippers, you have a clipper on the right vamp, you have an anchor on the left vamp, all right? And then on the side, you have "Don't Give Up the Ship," written in cursive, all right? I have explained before where that saying comes from. No, don't feel like getting into it again, all right? But you can look it up if you want to, because that's all I did. I just typed in Google, where does "don't give up the ship" come from? And it told me, and I didn't retain the information. All right. You can do socks here. I prefer not. All right. I prefer no socks, but you can do socks if you need and or want to. All right. A pair of slim fit chinos in the Kelly green, washed, distressed look. Right. So, from mid thigh down to below the knee, it kind of has a white fading to it, and then they are also GTH with all over navy whales. All right. You see the theme here. You see the pattern, the trend. Our belt is a navy nautical belt, all right? O-ring belt, rusted military style grommet here for the O-ring. Has whales and anchors, and I think it has a clipper as well. No, it's just whales and anchors, alternating whales and anchors going all around the belt. All right. So we're getting close to having to ODing on GTH, but we have not here. We have not. We're close. We're pushing the envelope. All right. And some of the more minimalist people in the world will say we stepped over, but I don't think we did. I just don't feel like we did just yet. Our shirt is a simple, sport shirt, button down collar, beautiful colors here. White based with Kelly green, rugby royal, a little bit of navy blue, a little bit of gold, a little bit of red, and a gold pony. All right. A pair of sunglasses that just accessorize our look, and then a sweater thrown over top that also accessorizes our look, but again, as typical, serves a double purpose. So, you know, if we're out on the yacht and it does get a little cool and it does get a little breezy, we can throw this sweater on and the look is still maintained here. Now, this sweater has a giant patch in the center of it that says Arlarn Yacht Club. It has crossed anchors in the center of this beautiful patch here. It has a crown at the top. It has cross flags coming out of the centerpiece, which is in the shape of the life preserver. And then it has a banner under it that says RLYC, which is Ralph Lauren Yacht Club. All right. This look does not require any type of headwear. All right. Now, if you just so happen to want to put something on your head, this cap works. My Admiral cap works, the one I showed y'all in the live. There are several different pieces of headwear that you could put on if you need to. I personally don't feel like you need to. I feel like any type of headwear is going to be just a little bit too much as far as pieces wearing during the summer when it comes to this look. All right. Because we really do want to keep the sweater. You could take the sweater off. Don't get me wrong. Right. You could take the sweater off and you still have a wonderful look. Right. You still have a wonderful look. But the sweater, what the sweater does outside of serving the purpose of if we actually need to throw it on, right? Once the sun goes down, what the sweater does in the meantime is it really is the perfect accessory. It says preppy, it damn near says pretentious, but it puts us visually, it puts us in that status that we need to be when we're riding on a big yacht, right? It puts us in that status. Our conversation, the way we carry ourselves, is going to keep us from going over the top into pretentious land. But the sweater over the shoulders just kind of, you know, maybe he's supposed to be here, right? It puts us there. All right. So that's why I would strongly suggest having the sweater. Now, if you want a sweater that's a little more subtle, right? If you want to just do a navy cashmere or a navy crew neck Pima cotton sweater over the shoulders, you could definitely do that. If you want to do all white sweater, you could definitely do that. Absolutely. Right. I went with that particular sweater just because I was thinking more so the pops of color when it's draping, but not only that, once we put it on, it gives it that It gives it that, you know what I mean? That chef's kiss. It gives it that if we need to put it on once the temperatures drop. Now for our last look is based on us not necessarily participating, but attending a nautical sporting event. All right. So this could be, well, obviously, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, this could be a rowing crew. This could be Henley on Thames. This could be Yale 8 competition. It could be anything like that, right? But it could also be yacht racing, right? It could also be something along those lines, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be rowing, all right? But this is you attending one of those type of events, right? Attending one of those events, you're very popular, you're in good with the crowd. Maybe you're even an alumni of one of the particular schools that's in this rowing event, this crew racing event. Maybe you used to scull, whatever the case may be. This is the perfect ensemble for you outside of actually participating, but just attending, so that they still know he is still him. I remember, man, when he blah, 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 right? This is a perfect look for that, all right? Now, I was torn between footwear, all right? So I have two things of footwear that you will see, but let's start at the bottom. I didn't know if I wanted to go with a dressier piece of footwear or something a little more casual. All right. So that's why I have the dress shoe on one side and I have the sneaker on the other side, but I definitely want to go black. Now, can you go white? Absolutely. I have a pair of white monk straps that I almost went with, that I've actually worn with this ensemble before. I almost went that route, but I said, you know what? I'm going to go black. I'm going to go black with the footwear for this particular episode. Now, if I had to put a percentage on it, I'm probably at 57% sneaker and other half dress shoe, all right? Which is not actually half, it's more like 43%, but who's counting? Who's counting, all right? Either way, I went again, no socks. Now, what I will say is if I did go dress shoe, it's absolutely remaining no socks. If I went with the sneakers, then the option to wear socks is there, all right? The options to wear socks is there. If I went sneaker and I went socks, I would do something like maybe a cream pair of cable knit socks and I'd scrunch them down, all right? If I went socks, all right? Now, let's scroll up. We have a pair of deck wash white shorts. These are about 7-inch in inseam, 6.5, 7-inch. I'm gonna say closer to 7-inch. And they have a second eight crest, castle, crown, crossed oars, RL 1930 logo on the bottom left of the shorts. And they have black stripes going up either side of the shorts, all right? And these shorts are Polo Blue Label, all right? Now, our shirt is a linen shirt, spread collar, cream, spread collar shirt. You could do white, you could do cotton if you don't have linen, not a problem, all right? Our neckties, the same necktie that I wore during the live, all right? It is black with a crest that is trimmed in gold, all right? And the crest is all over, all right? So it's a beautiful heraldic tie. Black belt, obviously I did skip over that, my bad. And then our piece de resistance is this beautiful, I'm just gonna jump out on a limb. I'm gonna say it, all right? I haven't looked at the tag. I may look at the tag later and put something on the screen if I am wrong, If I'm right, I'm not going to put anything on the screen. All right. But I'm just going to jump out on a limb and say that this rowing blazer is predominantly linen. All right. It's either a 60% or higher linen, or it's 100% linen. All right. Because it's somewhere between lightweight and medium weight, but the feel of the fabric just feels like linen. All right. It is piped in black. It's cream, piped in black along our lapel and piped all the way around the edges of the sports coat, the rowing blazer. The pockets are also trimmed in black. All right. And then on our left breast pocket, second 8, has a crest with a Pegasus in it, crossed oars, and PRLSC 1938-9, which is 1938 to 1939. All right. And then PRLSC, Polo, Ralph Lauren, Sculling Club. All right. This beautiful, legendary piece, I've had it for quite a while. All right. It ain't going nowhere. It's a legit rowing blazer. It has gold buttons. All right. Just an outstanding piece that I have either featured on Seamless Style or actually worn every year that I've had it during spring, summer months. At least once. This is just a piece that I was happy I found for the price I found. And, it's one of those 20 pieces that I'll get it tailored 7 times before I sell it. Right. It's one of those 4 or 5 or 6 pieces that I would have in my will to bury me in. Like, this is just one of those pieces for me, right? For the next person, it may mean nothing. It may mean little to nothing. But for me, it's just one of those pieces that I absolutely love. I'm absolutely proud to be an owner of one of these. And it's definitely my favorite rowing blazer out of all the rowing blazers that I have. And that's saying a lot, because I do have quite a few rowing blazers and I love all them bitches, right? But this is my favorite one. All right. But again, this look perfect for attending a rowing event, attending a yacht race, attending a 12 meter yacht race, attending anything as far as a nautical sporting event, right? Sporting, kind of in quotations, kind of not, because you got to be athletic to row. If you don't know, now you know. You got to be athletic to row. You got to be athletic to maintain the yachts in yacht racing, right? You got to be athletic because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work in a minimal amount of time, right? So each piece is intricate when it comes to that. So that's why we call those nautical sporting events. It's not track and field, it's not basketball, anything like that, but it's still a sporting event, right? So this is perfect to wear to something of that nature and just show everybody that you knew the assignment. And that's another episode in the books. Sorry, man, I'm in a silly mood. But that's another episode in the books, gentlemen and ladies. So what y'all think, man? Did this episode help you get ready for the yacht party, the yacht gathering, the intimate setting on a co-worker's nice pontoon, a trip back to your alma mater's rowing event that's coming up soon? Did this episode help you at all as far as embracing GTH, embracing nautical apparel? If so, then I have done my job. If not, then you are just a stubborn bastard who ain't gonna never learn. No, I'm just joking, man. And I promise you, I'm 1000% joking. One thing about me that I recognize is that everybody ain't gonna like everything that I like, right? Everybody ain't gonna like everything that I like. Like, for example, Rogers, right, who has purchased quite a few items from me, right? But I shouldn't even have led with that. Rogers, who has supported since day one and is a cool ass dude, right? Who has happened to purchase quite a few items from me. I saw an item on eBay and the price was just ridiculously dope, right? It was a stupid price. It was a stupid good price for this outerwear vest. And I thought of him because it's in his size, right? And I had meant to take a screenshot, send it to him, and just kept forgetting. And I thought about it when he said something in the chat during the live. So because it was right there at the front of my brain, I mentioned it during the live. I said, Rogers, I got something for you too. I'm going to hit you up. I sent him the picture and he was like, I'll pass on that. I don't even know if he looked at the price. It just, the piece didn't appeal to him because, and I just said, not putting too much of my brother business out there, but he ain't really stuck on price, right? Like, he is about the culture of collecting, and we're now collecting. So we're a lot alike in that aspect. He ain't really worried about the price. Like, if it's dope, yeah, he gonna cop. If it's dope to him, he gonna cop. Now, I thought this piece was dope to me. I was pissed when I saw it for the price that it was listed, and then I saw the size, because he wanted that. These people's one of those eBay people that don't put the size in the description, right? So I actually had to go to the actual page and then seeing what the size. I'm like, man, fuck out of it. But like I said, I thought of Roger. Well, it didn't take him long either. He like, I passed. He wasn't even interested. I didn't think to myself, man, you a freaking mark. Like, I ain't think that. It wasn't for him. I get it 1000%. Because some things that somebody might think is for me might not be for me, right? I've mentioned in passing before that I don't own any P-Wing. Is it because P-Wing's not for me? I don't know if it's not for me. I just haven't seen anything that's made me be like, oh no, I got to have that. I ain't never, not this got P-Wing on it. I just ain't never seen it. All right. So I'm not one of those types. If there was nothing about this episode that really appealed to you, if you're just not a nautical guy, you're not a GTH guy, if none of these things appeal to you, man, hey, listen, I get it. Salute. I'm still honored and privileged that you are here. And sometimes an episode may not appeal to your sensibility, right? But you can be for damn sure that we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna pump out material and content that I know everybody is gonna be able to benefit from. So if this wasn't one of those episodes for you, my apologies. Maybe 202 will be for you. All right. Other than that, not much on the plate. We just keep chugging along. All right, we just keep chugging along. Episode 202 will be next week. It will be on time. And we just gonna keep it moving. The fall is coming up. I have not set a date yet as to when season 5 is going to start. But typically, each season starts right when I'm ready to start fall content. All right. So whatever date I set for season 5, I'll start advertising it. And whatever that date is, let's just say hypothetically that it's August 32nd. If August 32nd is the start of season 5, then August 32nd will not be summer apparel. All right. It's going to be fall. All right. What else? Oh, I do have a behind the scenes coming up, and I'm going to post that on YouTube. I'm not sure when. All right. Next couple of days before 202 or right after 202. But I do have a behind the scenes coming up that I will post on YouTube. So just make sure that even though you are here with me at Patreon, that you do still have your YouTube notifications turned on. You're still subscribed to the YouTube, because this behind the scenes is going to be on YouTube. I'm not going to put it on YouTube and Patreon, but it is going to be on YouTube. And I kind of feel like this behind the scenes episode is going to be something that's fairly important, right? I feel like it's going to be something that for all of us is fairly important, right? It's about navigating, right? And that's all I'm going to tell you for right now, but it's about navigating, all right? Anywho, always remember, gentlemen and ladies, artists paint pictures and haters paint narratives. So don't be a hater. Y'all have a good one.